Okay, fine. So formally, we are starting the session. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Yes. So just to take a recap of yesterday, what we did. So yesterday we have started our session on the quite very basic note, just to understand the structure of the market, yeah, how the Nifty has been formed. So let's say today we have seen the declining momentum in the market. Nifty is around the 24,350 level around. Uh, Quite painful day today. But what are the factors working behind the Nifty? There are different sectors, there are different stocks within a certain kind of the weightages, what is influencing, what is not influencing the market. So these are the broader structure of the market that we have understood. So that was our stepping stone. Then afterwards, we have started to see from the angle of the momentum trading. So which are the sectors are gaining some sorts of attraction. So we are paying our attention, because momentum trading, in the concept of that, we believe what is moving, it is likely to continue to move on the high side. Yes, there are a certain kind of the dark spots are there if we are chasing the momentum. So once the reversal happens, we get in a harder state. But across the different strategies, means it has been statistically proven the momentum trading is the one of the best strategy to look at. So to understand the momentum, or what is the dragging the market, the very first website that we have looked at was the sectoral performance. Today, it was a bad day for the market. We have seen the declining momentum, but you can see that yesterday the construction sector that we have been talking about, one of the performer, it was up by today also 0.7 percentage. Media stocks we were not focusing too much. Consumer goods was underperforming, but today it has a little bit picked up the momentum over here. But yes, the consumer construction stock did well. Some of the weakest sector, like energy was there, automobile was there, oil and gas were there. So today also, along with the market, it continued to have the pressure. So it was what our first step. Then afterwards, we have looked at the chart. The chart has the multiple number of the things, means it has the time scale, it has a price wise, then there is a linear scale, log scale. Ideally, we need to look at the chart on the logarithmic scale. So the button at the left corner side, hexagon kind of sign. So here we look at the logarithmic chart. Then afterwards, we have come to the intensities of the fall. So that gives us a kind of very good clarity. Whenever any sorts of stocks are falling, many of the stocks follows a certain kind of the structures. And there are examples where we can see that for the number of the decades, they have been following the same sequence. So that was the third or fourth point that we have discussed. And then formally, we have come to the heart of a technical analysis, that was the support and the resistance. Support and resistance can be figured out in a multiple ways, right? So if you can recall these all things, the support and resistance can be figured out in a multiple ways. It is a price actions, moving average, Fibonacci, but the price action is the most important aspect to analyze the chart. Now, within the price actions, there are subtopics are there. So we have the horizontal line, trend line, role reversal, support band, resistance band, bull trap, bear trap, various things are there. Yesterday, we have taken some shots of an example on the horizontal lines. The consolidation patch and a very huge breakout happens. So the prices got stuck at one particular level for the number of years. And once we see the breakout over there, so this is what a structural rebound that we see. So the prices are getting into the different momentum. Then we have looked at the application of the trend line and the horizontal line as well. Let's take it forward from that particular point where we have left. So that was the application of the trend line and the horizontal line. Now, when the chart is in front of our eye, we just need to look at uh, the important turning points, because the turning points is nothing but where the equation has changed. Means, at let's say this was the move where the prices was moving up, so your demand was quite higher, and the prices has then fallen down. So your supply has become a more intense. So that's why the prices has declined. So what was your turning point? So when the chart is in front of us, we just need to look at what are the turning points, and then we have to play around with the lines. So let's say, for example, I take one particular chart. So that is the Ashok Leyland, for example. Okay. higher the time frame, more the relevance. So I believe that whenever new participants or who are the basic learner into the technical analysis, one should not jump on the daily chart or the intraday chart at a very initial stage. We need to get a very firm grip on the higher time frame. We need to understand the market in a broader sense, and then we can look at the lower time frames. Why I am saying this? Because higher the time frame, more the relevance. Lower the time frame, more the volatility, more the voice that we are going to face over there. So that's why uh, higher means it is very much eminent. You start your analysis on the monthly chart or at least weekly chart, not lower than that. Now here, let's say it is in a Ashok Leyland chart. Once I click on the all button, the entire chart will get fit into my screen. So I didn't need to do a zigzag on the chart or drag and drop kind of thing. By clicking on the all button, the entire chart will get fixed on my trend on my screen. Now, here I just need to identify that okay, what are the turning points and how I can connect the dots maximum on the line. Now, can you tell me that yesterday we were talking about the two kinds of market, trading market and trending market. How do you see this particular chart? How do you see this chart? This is what Ashok Leyland. Is this a trading or trending stock? Yes. Is this a trading stock or trending stock? As the prices are moving in a one direction, so we can say that this is the trending stock. So you keep on seeing that the prices has been moving on the northeast side, not the north side, but northeast side. So we are seeing that prices are continuously moving on the higher side in a decent degree. Here, if I play with a line, so let's say this is what my high line, so this is what my tops, and this is what my another tops that has been there. So if I just connect this particular thing, then I understand that this particular line has been acting as an narrations for the decades. This line has born in a 1999, and it has still influence on the market. Whereas if I connect the things on the lower side, so let's say this is what my bottoms over here. If I keep on connecting this particular thing, so then here also I find a very beautiful picture perfect kind of thing. Okay, this is what the channel that has been there still 25 years kind of. 25 साल से ये channel आपकी बनी हुई है. So then it gives us a very meaningful sign when we are seeing some sorts of very decadal developments. And such kind of developments are very much helpful for the investment purpose and the wealth creation perspective. So here it is just an application of line. Yesterday, we have talked about the one another point that was the intensity of fall. And the technical analysis is all about the integration. So you can't say that okay, I am a candlesticks trader or I am a price action trader or I am the moving average trader. We can't separate these all things. It's all about integration of the things. Yeah, how many different theories I can combine on the chart. So let's say okay, here one tool that I have used, this is something called as a channel because two parallel line and within this two parallel line, there are lots of swing momentum keeps on happening. Now, the next thing is that if I try to measure the falls as well, you will again find one more utility. So let's say, for example, this is what the feature on the right hand side, fifth option, and this is what the price range option that I'm selecting over here. And this is what, let's say, what my high level was all about. All the way prices is corrected, and this is what my 78 percentage kind of correction that I have witnessed earlier. Now, again, there is one more dip that we have witnessed from this particular high to this particular low. So again, over here, you see that the 76, 77 percentage kind of declining momentum that you have witnessed. Now, this is what another fall that we have seen. So from high to this particular level, this is what a 72 percentage kind of the fall that you have witnessed. Again, this fall, if you see, prices has been falling near about by 78 percentage. So now let's say at this particular point, we have the multiple confirmations. At this particular point, there is a trend line which is acting as a support level from past 20 years. That was first thing. Second thing is that when the declining momentum happened, so this is what like 78 percentage, which is in line with my previous fall happened. And once the prices are starting to pick up the momentum over here, then it gives us an idea. Okay, fine, this is some sorts of a structural change in that particular stock is happening. So there is a very strong positive momentum that we are seeing into it. So it is just to recapitulate whatever the things that we have learned yesterday. with some sorts of a real chart example. We are discussing it today, right? Now, with this, I come to the one more interesting stuff. Yes, Ritesh?
So, a quick question. So, should one buy at the bottom or should one buy at the reversal?
Okay, fine.
Keeping in mind the bottom as the stop loss or something of that sort.
Right, right. Yeah, interesting question. So here, let's say कि this particular prices has, I have the evidence over here. If the prices has means historically also stock price falls down by 77, 78% kind of thing. This particular trend line is acting as a support level. So this is an important level historically. But it is not necessary that every time the history is going to repeat. It is not written on the stone. The prices are likely to rebound from that. I normally remain a conservative at the support level. I wait for some sorts of a positive development to happen, and then I take it. Because here I do know that well, means this is the COVID low, right? Means in the COVID, everyone was under the panic. But once I find that this is what a very at a very strong support level, I keep the stock under my radar. And then afterwards, maybe on the weekly chart, I will see on the weekly chart if I see that if some sorts of upside momentum is happening, some sorts of stability is happening, immediate reactions are getting breached, then yes, it becomes some kind of very full-fledged thing. A support level, it has respected as after the support level, prices are starting to pick up the momentum and it is reaching the reactions. So cutting it short, it is important when the stock price comes under support, keep it under radar. Once we find some sort of a positive development around that, then we can go for it. Because support and resistance are not written on the stone, they can breach as well.
Right, right. Thank you.
Right? Yeah. Now, here I introduce one more aspect, and which is again very much close to my heart. So that is the role reversal, right? In our Gujarati, of course, I will convert into English, in Hindi or English. There was one idiom. It goes like that. Jivto hathi lakno and marelo hathi sawa lakno. Means what it says that the living elephant is a worth of lakh rupee, and the dead elephant is a worth of 1.5 lakh rupee kind of thing. Have you heard this kind of a quote in your mother tongue? Zinda hathi lakh ka, mara hua hathi sawa lakh ka. Yes or no? Everyone with me?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Right? Means the very famous quote is this. So why I'm using this particular quote? Your support and resistance are the important, but once they get breached, it becomes more important actually. So here, what I try to say, there is one concept that is called as a role reversal. So in a role reversal, what happens? The Let's say this is one particular chart where the prices were facing the resistance at 120 rupees at one particular time. Price was hitting the 100 rupees, it was moving up, then 120 rupees it was hitting, again it was coming down. So such kind of zigzag momentum kept on happening. But once your resistance get breached, we call it as a breakout. Once the resistance got breached, prices starts to pick up the momentum on the high side. The very strong upside momentum happened. And when the prices comes back, so this particular level, the 120 level originally, which was acting as an resistance, it will reverse its role to the support. So we call it as a role reversal. So broken resistance become the support, or else broken support also becomes the resistance kind of thing. And this is a very important development, because when the breakout are happening, already the stock prices run up quite a lot. But when the breakout happen and retest happen, so to the great extent, the euphoria has been settled down and the fresh momentum normally starts. So this is where we look at the role reversal levels plays a very, very important role in our strategy. Now, this is the just a conceptual understanding there what the role reversal is all about. In nutshell, broken resistance becomes the support in the coming time. Now the same thing, if I look at, there was a very steep declining momentum was happening, but where this declining momentum has halted. So if I put my horizontal line at the bottom of this, so this all geometrical tools you can identify from this particular left-hand side menu. So this is what left-hand side horizontal line, Fibonacci, then drawing tools you will be able to identify from this. The first option is very much useful. You can draw the trend lines, horizontal lines, vertical lines, whatever the things that we require. So here also it gives me the another input. My 20 years trend line support level is there. my horizontal line support, that is a role reversal. The earlier this level has acted as an resistance. So this is what my role reversal happened, and my 78% kind of correction happened. Maybe you can play around more with the line. So let's say this is what my falling trend line was that. So once this particular trend line get breaches, then it becomes very much established trend then. My support level is respected, and this is what my falling trend line was there, and it is also getting breached. So then it is trying to pick up the momentum. So basically, it's all about artistically playing with the chart, with the lines, dissecting the each and every chart, which gives us in some sorts of a better understanding, more understanding how the things are happening, how the prices are moving, and what kind of development it is getting created, right? So it is just in one example to look at, along with rising channel, horizontal line, intensity of fall. So everything at in one go. But the concern with this particular chart is that it is an old chart. It is an historical chart. Let's have a look at something in the real context as well, right? Now let's say the same peer company that I come in automobile. So let's say this is what a Maruti, right? This is what the Maruti India stock that I'm looking at. Okay, fine. This is the Maruti. Now here we are going to exercise one real-time or a forward-looking case study. Okay, if I means let's say if a Maruti, when the Maruti will become some sort of a good buyer idea, right? So this is what a chart in front of me. Of course, first of all, I will play around with my lines. Okay, how the stock prices are behaving. So let's say this is what my turning points here. If I try to connect the things, so good turning points that I'm able to connect on the lower side. Then this is what my trend line. If I connect the bottoms over here, so this is what my line over here. This is what my line. Now, can you roll your eyeball and can you tell me that okay, how old this particular channel is all about? Since when this particular channel has begun, and so far for how much time it has been there? Yes, can you roll your eyeball and check it out? So it is more. It is almost 20 years, right? So 2004 was like a beginning time, and we are at right now 2024. So 20 years that has been gone by. Now, one time, two time, almost near to not exact touch, but 2 to 3 times over here, four times. And here we are seeing that this is a very close by, right? It is not yet tested, but it is very much close by thing. Still, there is some sorts of room is there. So here it is an application of a rising line that we have seen. So that is the first thing. Second thing, here can I see a role reversal level? So level which has acted as an resistance since this particular point, and this particular development or this high has been encountered in a 2017, December 2017, and right now we are into 2024. So this is what my 2027 price development is there. So one time, two time, three time, it has been acting as an resistance. For how long this particular base has acted as an resistance? So since 2017, and breakout I have seen in, or prices have started to move above this horizon line in 2023. So almost 6 to 7 years kind of thing. And this is what something yesterday we were talking about. The long consolidation patches and the breakouts happens on the higher side. So this is the very profound sign that we are seeing. Okay, but yet the development is yet to go. Now, the next thing that I wanted to see is, let's say this is what my action bottom that have got created in 2020. There was a deepest low that has been created, and then afterwards prices has moved in an upside momentum. So whenever the prices has declined, by what percentage the stock prices has fallen? So let's say if I see, so let's say this is what my first fall. My fall was near about by 23-24% kind of. Then this is what my another fall that happened from this particular high to this particular low. If I see, then this is what a 26% fall that is there, and the current ongoing fall that I'm able to see. So this is what my so far 20% fall is there. So far 20% fall is there. But let me match it with my previous fall, let's say around a 25% or a 27%. So if I match it with my previous fall, like a 26-27% kind of thing, little bit here and there. So here it also gives me the idea that my fall 24%, 27%, 27% coincides at this particular point. No other answer. 9,800 is the level. Right now, yes, I'm a little bit still far away from this 11,100 level, but then this is some sorts of an understanding or my planning for the investment that goes into it. A trend line which is acting as a support level from past 20 years. Prices has given the breakout from past 6 to 7 years range, has moved up. So my earlier resistance, as the thing has broken out, so it can act as a potential support level. And here, if I see my intensities of the fall, let's say 23, 24%, 27%, 27%, it coincides around this particular point only. So then it creates a certain kind of forward-looking case. Now, let's say if I wanted to buy the Maruti, then I understand that this is what the area that I need to look at. Maybe not at the current level, because at the current level, there is not much development. But yes, when it comes down around this particular point, so this is what the good level that I am able to see. The one thing that we have seen. Now, why to leave seasonality apart? ये कब होगा, कैसे होने की possibility है, कहाँ पे होगा? So we can come to the money control. Right? In the money control, I can come to the seasonality part. Fine. Maruti is a stock of auto. So let me look at the Nifty auto sector. Okay, what's the Nifty auto sector seasonality is all about? Okay, in which month it is a weaker, in which month it is a stronger one. So let's say here I go with a Nifty auto. So whatever the yesterday, the thing that we have looked around, so it is the same thing that we are reiterating just to create an forward-looking case study. So here, this is what an auto stock is all about. And in the auto stock, I understand okay, this is not mid 64 December. Okay, fine, good period. 53%, okay, kind of period. 46, 38, it is not that much great period. But so I can understand that okay, up to the March, I'm not having that much great exciting period for the auto sector. So far, also it is not doing that much well. And from this period, January, February, March, so 53, 46, 38, it is not that much great number. But then in the April month around, you are able to see that, okay, fine, now there is some sort of potential attraction is happening. So यहाँ पे आपका 84% की momentum that has due in the April, 76%, 61%, 69%, 1 month, okay, kind of thing. But then the next month is a 76. So you can see that your rocking time for the auto sector is from April to somewhat September month, right? April to September is a very good period for it. So I need to give some sorts of a time to allow, let the weakness goes by, or in this particular weakness, if I am having the longer term perspective, then it is in a kind of a very accumulative state. But by March or so, I may get an opportunity, because this is what in weaker period that I am able to see. March तक तो आपका weak period इसमें होता है वैसे, right? So then seasonality also gives me the idea that right now auto sector is at this particular point, there is not that much hurry to look at, because thereafterwards there is not that much seasonality trigger is also there. Let me look for the, and if I wanted to understand the entire auto sector, I can look into that particular way. Let's say if I come to the scan stock, and within the scan stock, if I see, let's say, let me give the Nifty auto idea for the December month. So this is what the thing that I'm able to see is somewhat done. Bosch, Tata Motors normally do well. Maruti, okay, kind of thing, 63%. These particular stocks are quite underperforming, like Bajaj Auto, TVS Motors, Ashok Leyland. They have not been into that much great momentum. How about January month? So if I look at the January month, then you don't find that much successful attempts. Your best stock is like Ashok Leyland and Mahindra and Exide, which is also of the 50% kind of thing. You don't find too much action. Maruti was just in 42%. So your seasonality data also says that then it is not that much great period is going to be for these particular stocks. You can look at February month. Samvardhan, Aisha. So again, you don't have that much great time. 56, 52 percentage, 48 percentage kind of thing. Now let me jump to the April month, which is what normally the good month for the auto sector. So if I click on the April sector, so certainly you can see the numbers. Okay, fine. Now 76% of the time, auto means Ashok Leyland did well. Bajaj Auto did well. 72% of the time in this particular month, Bharat Forge has did well, and there is a good history as well. 25 years history, 26 years history. So maybe, so I can understand that this particular 3 to 4 months are particular months are not that much great for this auto sector. So if I'm doing the short-term trading or a positional trading, I will be not that much keen on this particular sector so far. But once my February month, March month, it is over there where I see the already the pain has happened. So it basically helped me to find the things a little bit timely. Okay, this period of time I need to ignore, but by the end of February or March month, I need to look at the buy opportunity, good buy opportunity in this particular stocks, so I can run the rocking period of the auto sector from the April to the September month also. तो वहां पे आपका एक swing to the positional setup जो हम trade करते हैं, so that becomes a little bit more encouraging, right? Now let me just look at the Maruti only, as we are talking about the Maruti. So what is a good month or bad month for the Maruti itself? So here, if I click on the Maruti, so here I am having the data for the Maruti from since 2020 years data, 63 months. Okay, okay, fine. Then 42, 47, 47. यहाँ पे 61, 62, 66, 66 kind of the period month has been started, and the November month, September month is the one of the best month for it. But you don't find that much kind of action. So let that particular pain to happen. So right now we are at a 11,100 level, right? And we are talking about the 9,800 level. And this 9,800 level has some sorts of historical things. Now here I want to re-inject Ritesh's question. Okay, at the 9,800, am I going to buy blindly? No, 9,800 is something my radar point. Let the price comes at a 9,800 level. On the weekly chart, once I find that there is some sorts of a positive momentum has started to happen, then I can look into it. Okay, fine. This is what the opportunity is happening as the prices have started to reach the resistance level, which is what the positive development. Then I will look into it. But at this particular point, I can plan myself. This is what the time frame and this is what the price level for this particular Maruti stock I need to look at. So here, everything into the one place. Your seasonality, your intensity of the fall, your trend line, your horizontal line, your role reversal point. And when this all the holistic picture gets created, then there is a still. After doing this also, again, there is no certainty if the things has to move up. But yes, these are the good picture, well-rounded perspective that we are having, and worth to take a risk when the price comes around this level, followed by the some sort of a positive development that we see. Right? Yes, Ritesh, you have a question?
Yeah. So if you can show the entire channel again of the Maruti. Yeah.
Here it
So
is.
yeah, thanks. So here, if you see post 2020, uh, the the candlesticks are closer to the lower side of the channel, right? So I mean, they are inside the channel, but on the lower side of the channel. They are not touching the upper band of the channel.
Upper band.
Right.
Mhm.
So does it also say something about the quality of the move that was there, prior to 2020, and the quality of the move was different then,
Mhm.
and now it is different because it is not going higher. Like it's been 4 years, and
Right.
it has not touched the higher end of the band basically.
Right.
So the probability of, say, for example, if it breaks the channel, the probability of the stock going down is much more because maybe there is some inherent weakness because of
Mhm.
which from last 4 years also, in spite of such a big, huge move in market as well,
Right.
in other stocks as well, that this stock is not going higher. So I just a
Mhm.
thought.
Okay, yeah, fair point. So your observation is basically is it goes that okay, the stock price has struggled to trade things at a lower band for a good number of years. But if you see the earlier episode as well, so let's say that this was a time as well where the prices has fallen down. prices has hovering around the lower band. Means this was the time where the prices was hovering around the upper band of the consolidation patch. But in this particular area, again the prices has hovered around the lower band of the consolidation patch. Now again, if I look at my trend line kind of thing, so this is what the base breakout. It has formed a good base over here. From the time wise also, since 2009 till 2014, so 5 to 6 year, here also it has consolidated. And then once the breakout happened, then we have seen that there is some sorts of very stronger amount of the breakout happened. The prices has moved up quite well. So here, whatever the scenario that we are here seeing over here, somewhere somewhat into the history, not exactly, but it is gives us some short term. It was hovering around that 5 to 6 years base happened over here, and then it has got the breakout on the high side. So similar kind of the structure we are seeing over here. Now, yes, your fair point, but that point is also right. What if 9,800 level comes and prices are not rebounding? Then we are not going to get into it unless until on the weekly chart we don't see the breakout is happening. But once the breakout is happening, then yes, we have to take that particular risk because there are multiple factors out there. 20 years long base, then 27, 28% kind of correction. So that is that. And every stock, every sector has their own time. Means in a one particular time frame, this particular stocks doesn't move well, but the things cycles keeps on repeating. Means after the bad phase, they may have the good phase as well.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it is just in one real time case study to look at how the Maruti has been looked around. Now, so far we have talked a lot on the positional side, from the investment side, from the positional, the higher time frame chart setups. Let's look at time frame on the lower side as well. Let's say daily chart or intraday chart. And I think Nifty will be the very interesting topic at this particular point, how the Nifty has been behaving right now. So seasonally, December is the good month. Now, if I look at the Nifty, nowadays it has become the very much volatile. With no reason it moves up by 300 point, with no reason it comes down by 300 point as well. So it has become a very volatile in nowadays. But let's say again, now with given this particular texture, what I read and how I read about the market. So there are a couple of good things that has happened in the market. So let's say, for example, if I look at the broader market texture at this particular point, so this is what my extreme bottom that has happened in the 2023. This is what my election time low, and this is what my recent low that has been formed. So when we practice more on the line, so it gives us a kind of very decent picture actually. So this is a one time, second time, the third time. When the price respects the moving average third time, it becomes a little bit more legitimate. Okay, this is what a valid trend line is all about. By the same time, here I also see that the prices, whatever the fall that we have seen, so this is what the declining momentum that happened over here. So this is what the declining patch, or I can stretch towards the lower point as well. So this is what the declining patch that we have seen, some sorts of downward trend line. So it is all about the game of a trend line. Prices gave the breakout on the high side. It is now here, if I zoom it out, the resistance which was acting as a resistance, once it has got a broke out, prices has taken the support level over here. But when this particular support level gets confirms, when my immediate hurdle point like this or like this, it gets reaches on the higher side. So this is what my shorter term structure of the market. This is what the support line prices has fallen down. Then again, it has started to pick up the momentum. Today, the 300 point damage happened. So is this what serious call whether the market is turning its tide? Let's see how our interpretation goes into it. So here I am having the immediate support level over here as well. Last time, some sorts of an important turning point happened at this particular point. On a Friday, we have seen the declining momentum, but on the intraday, it got repaired as well. And on the higher side, we are continuously seeing that the market is facing the resistance around the 24,800 level. So here you will find the role reversal thing. So basically in our morning note also, we keep on mentioning this level. The 24,800 level is the immediate hurdle. Once it gets reaches, then we see the upside momentum again. So multiple number of times, prices has kept on finding the resistance near about by this particular point. Right? So this has become the hurdle. At this particular point, market is little bit in the kind of the sideways zone actually, means upward, downward, quite volatile one. But the broader range of the market has been 24,800 on the higher side and 24,300 level on the lower side. This is what my range that we are seeing. If prices are moving below this level, so I consider a pivot or important low point. That is what the Nifty has created on the Friday's day low, because from that period point we have seen the strong rebound. If I look at the intraday chart, so let's say a 1 hour chart, if I'm seeing, so this is what a declining momentum. If I reduce my further time frame to let's say 10 minutes or so, just to understand where the actual momentum has started. So I understand this. This is what a very sharp declining momentum happened. And from this particular point, the very strong rebound happened on the high side. And again, from past 2 days, we are coming down. Turning points are very much important. Now here, one another aspect that I want to open up, that is what the support band and a resistance band. So far, with the help of a trend line or with the help of the horizontal line, what we did is we were trying to understand the support and resistance from a price point perspective. Okay, let's say the index has a 24,800 as a resistance level, or it has support at a 24,300 level. But let's have a look on the support and resistance from the range perspective. Now, why the range is important? Actually, support and resistance is not a price point. There should be a price range. Now, just take our routine life example. Okay, whenever we wanted to buy something, means let's say for example we want to buy the mobile. By saying, we may say that कि मुझे 25,000 का mobile खरीदना है. I want to buy the mobile worth of 25,000 rupees. But it is just a number to express. But at the back of mind, we always have some sorts of a budget, some sorts of a range. Okay, I want to buy in the range of 24,400 to 26,000 level also. You are going in a shop, your budget is of 25,000 rupees, and the very nice product that you see is worth of 26,000 rupees. You will a little bit stretch here and there. It is not a very dogmatic price point to find this is what the only price point that I wanted to have. So in a general life also, we always think in the range when it is about buying something or selling something, right? So in the market also, why to have the support and resistance from the very fixed level? Last time the stock come to the 100 rupees, it moved up. This time the stock come to the 100 rupees and moved up. So it doesn't create a thumb rule that next time dot to dot it will hit the 100 rupees and then it will rebound. It may have a little bit range here and there. Price may come to the 102 rupees, then pick up the momentum, or price little bit come down like a 98 rupees and then it can pick up the momentum. The possibilities is quite open over there, right? So here we need to make a range. Now, how we are going to create a range? So in the creation of the range, what we are seeing is that understand the point where the reversal happened. So let's say again the same concept. Prices has fallen because supply was very much high. Now this is the point where your selling pressure stopped. And from this particular point, a very strong rebound happened, very strong upside momentum happened. So this is what a turning point, turning zone that I'm able to see. So maybe here I can draw the channel, or I can see this. Okay, fine. This is what my height of the candle. This is what my low of the candle. Or I can put my horizontal line, means let's say a rectangle box over here. So this becomes my support band. So right now, okay, market is at a 24,336 level. Today we have seen the good amount of the pain in the market. But for the coming week, or for the coming days, I see that this is the one of the very potential support level. If I find the prices are dipping down in this particular range, which is what the 24,250 to 24,100 level. Okay, so 150 kind of band is this. So once the price comes in this particular range, so let the price come in this particular point, without the violation of the price, or without the violation of this band, once the price starts to move above this particular band, then at that point I can think of, okay, fine, this is what the positive momentum is happening. The bottom of it becomes the stop loss point for me, and then I will look forward, okay, what are my resistance levels are there. So once the prices are moving up, then I can find that, okay, this is what my role reversal level over here. So this is what my role reversal level that I'm able to see. So resistance. So this is also the one of the variations that I'm seeing. The prices are starting to pick up the momentum. So this may level 24,500 act as an resistance. The next best resistance that we are having is around this particular point. So let's say how many times the prices has turned from this particular point. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So then next best resistance I can understand is a 24,690, 700, and then the ultimate resistance is a 24,800 level. So here what I did, just the application of the horizontal line, I'm able to understand that okay, what are the basic or immediate hurdle levels are there. And this all levels has some sorts of a reversal history. कि कहाँ ना कहाँ पे prices has turned out over there. Means here prices was moving up, came down. Here the prices was coming down, it moved up. So some sorts of a reversal history that you are able to see multiple number of times. So this becomes the ladder of the resistance, and this becomes my support band right now. So yes, there is a little bit pain is there, but the structure wise, we are into the sideways kind of the momentum. And if the price comes in this particular range and shows me some sort of a positive momentum, then I may look forward for some sort of a buy opportunities. Can I go for the auto sector as a buy opportunity? No, I will not, because auto sector is not performing well. Can I go with a buy opportunity in the energy sector? No, I will not prefer, because it is an underperforming sector. Can I look into the IT space? Can I look into the consumer durable space? Can I look into construction stocks? Yes, I can do, because these are the sector, these are the stocks over the period of time, they have shown some sorts of a consistency. So in a very strong stock, wherever the correction happen and prices are again rebounding, so my primarily focus will be that okay, how the prices are creating some sorts of a price momentum over there. We focus a lot on understanding which particular sectors are moving and which particular sectors are not moving. Just to share one sorts of a proprietary model that I go through, that I normally go through, the one of the proprietary model, and this is based on the ROC, rate of change. Now, what is the rate of change? Rate of change is a one particular defined period. So let's say a 9-day ROC. So 9-day ROC, what means is okay, what was the price at the 9-day earlier and what is the price today? The difference between the nine trading stations, whether the price has improved or whether the prices has not improved. So in my proprietary model, what I did is, or what the exchange has did, exchange has classified each and every stock under the 4 categories. So let's say, for example, if I open the NSE India, can you tell me a one stock name, please? कोई मुझे just एक stock का नाम बता सकता है?
Tata Motors.
Axis Bank.
Okay, let me take the Tata Motors. Fine. This is what a Tata Motors stock that I'm looking at, right? Now, Tata Motors, we know that this is the automobile company, right? Tata Motors is an automobile company, but exchange has classified it in a different things. So here, if I look at the basic industry, if I click on it, then I understand that Tata Motors, being the automobile, earlier to that, from the macroeconomic perspective, it is a consumer discretionary sector. Thereafterwards, it is an automobile or auto component sector from the sector wise. From the industries, it is an automobile. And then the basic industry, Tata Motors is a auto, but specifically it is in a passenger car and utility vehicle. You have the auto sector, but within the auto sector, you have the different trenches. You have the auto stocks, means you have the 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, you have the LCVs, HCVs, you have the passenger cars and vehicles, you have the tractors, you have the tires, you have the components. There are different segments are there in between. So exchange has classified each stock under the 4 sectors: macro sector, industry, and basic industry. So in my proprietary model, just to understand that where the momentum is happening and where the momentum is not happening, I have created one of my ROC model. It is just to showcase our way how we are normally evaluating the stock prices and how it helped me to understand the stock price performance and momentum. Now, this is the list of the 750 stocks. As per the NFI, we have the large cap, mid cap 250 stocks. We have the small cap 250 stocks, and we have the micro cap 250 stocks. Collectively, they are called as a Nifty total market cap. And I am tracking the 750 of the stocks in this particular sheet. And every stock means, let's say this is a EBB. From a macro perspective, it is an industrial. From the sector, it is a capital good. In the industry wise, it is an electric equipment. From the basic industry, it is a heavy electric equipment stock is all about, right? So here what I do in this entire vast market, where the momentum is and where the momentum is not, how do I understand this? So here let's say the macroeconomic. First, I see the macroeconomic because it gives me the broader structure. So once I am at a macroeconomic, so here I understand in my large cap mid cap, so this is what line that you can see in my large cap mid cap universe. There are 2 diversified stocks. There are 29 industrial stocks. There are 30 commodity stocks. So in a 9 days, I can easily catch out. Okay, fine. Information technology did well. This is the 3% momentum, followed by diversified, but diversified has a very less number of count. Just to check your visuals, can you tell me that which is the weakest sector in a 9 days time frame?
Energy. No,
Oh,
FMCG, sorry.
yes, right. So you can understand that FMCG stocks are not doing that much well. Your healthcare stocks are not doing well. Your utilities are not doing well. Your energy is not doing well. So it is just to get in pulse of the market. कि इतनी बड़ी market है 750 के stocks है where the momentum is happening and where the momentum is not happening. So it is just in a kind of a little bit bird eye view in this particular 9 trading sessions or 10 trading sessions where the momentum is. This is something from the macro perspective.
So,
Here, if
so,
I change
sorry, where did you get this data from? I mean, if you
uh,
can show it.
yes, means I created this particular data from the exchange. This particular all the data that I formed from the exchange, pulled out from the exchange, and these numbers 9 day ROCs, 20 cent ROCs. So I have to use a software like a Spider. From that I
Okay, okay,
export.
perfect, fine.
Right now, this is the story of a Nifty large cap, mid cap 250 stocks. Then let me look at the small cap stocks. So then, once I click on the small cap stocks, the entire data will get reorganized as per the small cap data. So in the small cap, I can understand at this particular point, energy stocks are still not doing well. Utility stocks are not doing that much well. Where your momentum is that in the telecommunications, in the information technology, diversified is doing well, but it is just in one stock count is there. So then again, it gives me the understanding from a macro sector. If I wanted to do the one step down, okay, where again from the sector side, where the momentum is there. So again, I can do this particular thing. If my large cap stocks are there, so at this particular point, now interesting thing is that textile. Textile, I am finding the very good momentum, and it is just 2 stocks are there, but yes, 6 to 7% momentum that I am seeing. A realty stocks, it is 4%. Now with the general data, I can understand that okay, fine, realty is doing well, but the textile is a little bit niche sector where I may not be able to catch the data from the outer side where the momentum is. But with this particular process, I can understand that okay, fine, textile is showing some sort of momentum. Then I go over the charts and then I check what are the stocks, what are the sectors are doing. Similarly, if I look at the, let's say, small cap stocks. So in the small cap stocks, this is what the understanding that I'm having. So here, consumer services doing well. Your automobile is also doing fine over here. Small cap, telecom, IT, textile. Textile is also here, which is also doing fine. So I understand that, okay, fine. Some sorts of a very niche sector, the textile stocks are doing some sorts of action over here. Here also textile, 6 number of the stocks are doing quite well. 6 number of the stocks has outperformed by a 12% kind of thing. So giving me a sense, okay, fine, there is some sorts of a momentum in the textile is there. Even your metals are also doing fine. The micro cap metals are doing quite well. Your large cap stocks are not doing well, but your micro cap stocks are in the metal space are doing well. But textile is something from the large cap, mid cap, small cap, micro cap across all the charts. You're finding some sorts of a momentum in that. So then this particular area gives me the interest. Now let's look at what are the stocks in this. So I simply go over here, and this is what my entire market cap, right? And within my market cap, I look at the textile stocks. So this is what my textile model is all about. So at the one go, I got an entire list of it. This is what my stock's price performance has been. So let's say here I can understand these are the stock name. In a past 9 trading session, KPR Mill has moved so and so. Page Industries up by 7%. Trident moved up. VTL, then very strong momentum in Arvind I have seen. Then the Gokex is the one particular stock which has outperformed a lot. Then ICIL, so and so forth. So these are the couple of stocks name list that I get. But here I get a chance to look at the textile stocks. Maybe some of the stock I might have missed because of the very strong uprun that happened. But then I can wait where some sorts of retracements are happening, when there is some sort of intermediate corrections are happening, and I can focus accordingly. So now let's say I'm not taking the or underperformer. I'm not taking the extremely outperformer, the numbers which is in between. Of course, I will analyze the entire chart, but let's say the in number in between that I see. For example, let's say let me take a look on the Wellspun Living, right? Wellspun Living, because it is not the very extremely outperformed and it is not underperformed as well. Ideally, one should analyze all the things, but due to the time constraint, we may not be able to see all the things. But let's say Wellspun Living is the thing. Now the thing over here is that we are not directly jumping on the market. कि हमने चार open कर लिया and चार पे हमने lines draw कर ली. This is not so that. We are analyzing and assessing the market from the broader perspective where the one particular sectors are moving. And one sector that I find is the textile doing well across all the categories. So then it gives me the good sense. Okay, fine. If the market comes down in my given particular range, the level that we have drawn, in that particular time, if I find some sorts of textile stocks are giving some sorts of a momentum, then of course those stocks will be under my radar. Now let's say the Westbourne Living. So it's all about that how we are identifying the stock. Means why we have reached to the Wellspun Living. Again, by nature, we are swing and positional trader. I am at least. So I'm looking at a higher time frame things. So when I look at the chart, I don't pay my attention immediately at the immediate side. Okay, what is the thing is happening right now? I look at the historical side just briefly and then try to understand how the things has panned out. Okay, fine. Then I understand the beauty of the lines. This particular trend line since 2016 till 2013. So very good period of time. It has consolidated, means it has accelerations. But once the breakout happened, then it moves up. It is important to history because it cement our thought. Okay, fine. This kind of structures normally works well in the market. Means let's say if I have to personally take any sorts of positions, I will prefer the stock which has the kind of 6 to 8 years or more than that some sorts of a pattern development. Once that thing is there, once such kind of established pattern is there, then I look forward to that. Secondly, again over here, prices was coming down and it was falling down. So since 2016 till 2000. 2020. So 4 to 5 years, this was a declining momentum, and then the upside momentum happened. Price went up, it came down sharply, where the momentum halted. Where my momentum halted, the declining momentum. So this is what the point, the momentum has halted. Now, do you see some sorts of role of this horizontal line? You are going to tell me that. Okay, is there any sorts of importance of this horizontal line? The things might have happened in the future, in the past. Yes. Do you find any sorts of importance of this horizontal line, or just I have placed at the low level? Yes, it is a support, right? Because earlier this level acted as some sorts of narrations for brief time. This is a monthly chart, so the brief time is also quite analogous one. One time the prices has found the reaction over here, then again at the same line, the prices has taken the support again over here. One time prices has again started to find the traction over here. So there is the another time. So basically it is in the application of the role reversal level. The level which was acted as in resistance earlier, the same level has acted as in support, and then again it has picked up the momentum. So that is the thing happened in the way back 2023. Now after that, prices has again picked up the momentum, right? Here I can see that the prices has the resistance level over here as well. Rations which has happened in a 2021, the rations for a couple of months in a 2023, it has been there. Prices gave the breakout, it has come down, but the almost the same level. Now again the prices started to pick up the momentum, the kind of a role reversal level that I see. So rations, then kind of the support level that it is started to pick up, and then it is trying to pick up the momentum on the higher side. If I measure the fall over here, let's say this is what my fall from high to low that happened. So it was near about by 25% kind of fall that was there. Here last time the another fall happened. Okay, fine. So this pain was of, let's say 26, 27 percentage kind of thing. Again, here one another fall happened from this high to low point. What do you say now? Exact figure, but it gives me the broader idea of Bitcoin. This is what the normally the pain the stocks normally goes through. So after the strong momentum from this particular high till date, so already the stock price has decently corrected. 30% आपका correction हो गया है. You have a stock which is in the very positive trend. Textile is the flavor of the market right now because large cap, small cap, micro cap, across all the things the textile stocks are moving. This particular stock has fallen down by 30%. This is what my one of the pattern we call is a cup pattern kind of thing. Cup and handle, breakout, retest, and this all things are there. But with the help of the trend line and horizontal line, we can able to understand the sense of what the chart is going to create. Okay, fine. So this is the monthly chart. Yesterday, we were talking about the multiple time frame analysis. Your decision making chart has to be a separate, your trade initiation chart has to be a separate, right? So on the higher time frame, I like it. Okay, fine. Keep trend positive mein hai, the breakout is there, decent correction is also happening. When I say the momentum, I don't want to chase the momentum. Okay, prices are just skyrocketing and I being a part of it. I understand. Okay, fine. This is the momentum. I wait for the some sorts of a falls in between, and then I try to take a trade. Now this is what my Wellspun stock came down recently. It is monthly chart. Now monthly chart I find it well, so that doesn't mean that I buy tomorrow by morning. Let me negotiate with the chart now. Okay, at what level I can buy. So the weekly chart, prices has moved up. Prices this in 2 days, mild selling pressure that we have witnessed. Daily chart, okay, fine. Prices are moving up. It is coming down. As my texture is fine, as my trend is also fine, I look forward to my important support level. कि अभी इस चार्ट में मेरे important support level कहाँ पे हैं? Maybe daily chart पे मुझे इतना clarity नहीं मिल रही है कि where my exact support levels are there. The support levels are coming quite far away. I can look at the intraday charts like a 60-minute chart, but below 60-minute charts we will not move. Now this is what the 60-minute chart is all about. 172, right? I don't know whether it will be possible for you or no on the mobile screen or on the laptop. Can you tell me that okay, what can be my support band now for this particular stock? Right now it is in 172. If the price comes down, what is my latter turning point? Okay, what was my means prior to that? What was my earlier turning point? Because on the early chart, I am able to see it a little bit clearly. Okay, fine. This is what the potential support is there.
167 or something.
Right. Yes, Rahul. Nice, Jay. So this is what my support level, right? Now I can't say that okay, fine, 167, 166, the dot to dot it is going to happen. Still, this is a support from the price point perspective. But here, if I have to make a range, so let's say this is what my prior turning candle. So I can make this particular range. Okay, fine. This is what my support band is all about. So it is not just a 166, 66, but this is what my range from a 169 to 160 range, 169. I will wait price to come in this particular point. I will wait price to come down in this particular point without violating this particular point. Once the price leaves this range on the high side, once prices are started to pick up the momentum on the high side, then it becomes a kind of a buy idea for me. So Ritesh, so this was the thing. Okay, you are at a support level, the things becomes in your radar. It doesn't become your buy idea. But once you understand, okay, fine, prices are in the support band, and then it is started to pick up the momentum on the high side, then we have the little bit better clarity. Okay, fine, the prices are respected the support level, and now it has started to pick up the momentum. So that is the first thing. If prices comes down, doesn't leave this particular zone on the high side and continue to move on the lower side, then I can understand that this is what my next best support level over here. This is what my next best support level. Now, whenever I trade, I normally have the practice to have the two support levels. And in this particular support level, if I take the line of it, so this is what my role reversal as well, the earlier level, which has acted as a resistance, and this is what my support level. So basically, the trend my textile stocks are into the positive momentum. Market is little bit under the nervous zone. Some sorts of weakness is there still. As we are looking on the chart, this is can be potential support. Uh, Wellspun living. Now there was a thought, okay, why we are discussing the Wellspun because of that particular data and this all things. It is showing me some sort of strength. So now I can understand that, okay, where my ideal entry point comes. So this is what my plan A. If price comes in this particular range and leaves the range, okay, buy. If the prices comes in this particular band, and then if the prices are not respecting this range, coming in this particular band and living, then accordingly I will go with this. Straightforward, if the prices are coming down, then there is a no trade for me. So this is how we normally plan the trade. So far, earlier case studies was something a very bigger time frame, like a Maruti and this all things. These are something on the medium term perspective, not an intraday or 1 or 2 days kind of thing. But yes, for a couple of weeks, certain kinds of trades can be taken up. Let's say this is what a proprietary tool. Maybe all of you may not have the access to this particular data, but then there is another website. Yesterday we have talked about the Tijori Finance. So in a Tijori Finance, you will get the some sorts of very niche stocks, very niche segments. So let's say if I on the weekly basis, if I just try to analyze this particular data, so you will find that there are certain kind of sectors are performing well. So on the weekly basis, EMS, rating agencies, hospitalities, innerwear, textile. So you can get this idea. So you find textile is one of the performing stock as well. But here it will give you the very wide list. Your Wellspun, Vardhman Textile, Trident, all the features are over there. So you need not to depend on this very data, but for some specific purpose to avoid the very extreme sectors and to understand the large cap, mid cap, and small cap categories, I need to maintain that particular data. But for yourself, you can focus on this particular website. So it will take care of whatever the Excel sheet data that I'm creating. It will give you the niche sector development. Otherwise, these all sectors are not actually indices. But here it is in a club of this particular stocks. Let's say rating agencies. So ICRA, Care Rating, CRISIL. So it shows that in past and who is having what kind of the weight. So CRISIL is having the 81% kind of the weight in this particular entire sector. And in a 1 week, it is moved up by 6 to 7%. So then one may pay attention on that where the CRISIL means what are the good levels for the trade to see the CRISILs for the trade. So this particular website also helps you a lot. I shared this link with you all for your reference purpose. So you can bookmark this. So this is a Tijori Finance, right? So where the purpose of the Tijori Finance is to understand the niche sector price momentum. Right now, alcohol and beverages companies are also doing well. So by just clicking on the alcohol and beverages today, I can see that okay, fine. Oh, okay, let's say today which are the sectors which were under the very strong positive momentum. So I can quickly understand that today recycling stocks or alcohol beverages stocks, hospitality stocks, QSR stocks, fertilizer stocks were under the positive momentum. In spite the market has declined a lot. What are the components in this? So Vatek Bach not has performed, but yes, some of the stocks like Ion Exchange, Indus Rubber, but where the weightage is very much less, I will avoid it. At least 20, 15, 20% weight has to be there. So Ion Exchange, yes, it is having the 23% weight and it was up by 4%. So basically you can able to understand the pulse, which particular stocks are into the momentum. EMS today it was up by 10% kind of thing. So we can get an idea in that. Alcohol beverages. So today United Spirit did well, then the Global Spirit did well, GM Breweries did well. So you can fetch the ideas from here. What is the flavor of the market? Then you look at the higher time frame, lower time frame, do the backward forward integrations about the finding the harmony on the chart, and then the trades gets developed. So let's say, for example, GM Breweries. So I was not aware about GM Breweries, but I sense that okay, find some sorts of momentum is happening in that. So I click on the GM Breweries. So coming to this particular time frame is not that much uh, intuitive. There are certain kind of data that we are referring. Again, the same thing. GM Breweries, I think I might have studied earlier. So this particular trend line, 1999 till 2004, 5 years consolidation patch, it gave the breakout. Then 2006 till 2014, yani 6 to 8 years, breakout, retest, and then you have been moving on the high side. Retest is the very beautiful thing because you see the breakout over here, the prices has moved up, but before it has moved up, already it has run up this much. So this euphoria let the thing settle down और फिर से जब ये वो move ऊपर में लेता है, that is what the good move that is there. Philosophically, normally I have the saying, पहला दाव भगवान का, दूसरा दाव अपना. So I never get excited at a very initial development. Normally our eyes are tuned to look at the breakouts and some sorts of a pattern development. But I let it allow the very initial momentum to happen, let the initial euphoria get settled down, and then when the momentum starts, so then this is what the actual action that we normally look into it. So retest is a very good thing in that. Here also means, let's say here now you understand that okay, 6 to 7 years trend line breaking out, prices are giving the move. 6 to 7 years trend line has given out, it is moving out. Now what about this one? It has high in the 2008, we are into the 2024, so almost 6 years range has been there. 6 साल का आपका यहाँ पे रेंज हो गया है. So historically you have been seeing that after such a consolidation patch or after such a trend line breakout, we see some sorts of initial action. Here also the initial action happened, prices are a little bit coming down. If I put my horizontal line at the low point of it, so I can get a sense of a role reversal as well. कि जो मेरे पहले के रेशंस लेवल थे, the 742 level kind of thing, the rations, prices give the breakout, it is retesting this level, and some sorts of initial positive development that we are seeing. So on the higher time frame, looks good, right? I always look at the two support levels. So this is what my 742 is my first support level. This is what my second support level over here. Because my role reversal, rations. So as you are doing the positional trading, there will be some sorts of a pain, but it tells me that up to the from the positional perspective where one intend to hold the positions for a couple of quarters and maybe beyond than that, 586 is what it's a positive zone. It is not that much damaged as far as above the 586 because I taken the first support level and I'm taking the second best support level. Many of the time your first support level get breaches and create some sorts of a trap. So to avoid the traps, I look at the second support level as well. So till this particular time, the things are fine actually. There is not that much pain and damage. If one has the shorter term perspective, so let's say 1 week that I'm seeing, the prices are starting to pick up the momentum. 1 day chart, today the market was quite a weaker one, but this particular stock has been doing quite well. It has given the breakout over here. So if I wanted to take some sorts of a trade at this particular point, okay, fine, prices are momentum, then I can understand that this is what going to be my stop loss. So right now the stock prices are 862. My stop loss can be around at this particular recent low below this particular point. Because where we put the stop loss, we put the stop loss below the support level. 2 times prices has taken the support level at around 800. So maybe round figure 800 level, I will be having the support. Where is my next best rations level? So this is what my next best rations level is all about. So rations, couple of times over here also prices has found the rations, not exactly. But as prior, these 2 levels, 3 levels are there, and the next best rations comes up over here as well. So beverages companies are doing well. I have the higher time frame role reversal level on the daily chart. I am finding that there is some sort of positive momentum is happening. This is what my breakout today. It has happened. Today's stock was up by 3%. Now, how much I'm risking and how much profit potential is there? So maybe means my risk is a little bit quite wider. So initially, I will prefer to buy up to this particular level as an accumulation. So I will not buy everything at an 862 at a one go. Up to 860 to 840 level, which is what my previous level over there. 862, which is what my earlier role reversal level as well. So in this particular 20 point, I may have the tranches. कि 860 पे buy करूंगा या फिर on the intraday chart, whatever the support levels are there. But up to the 840, I will be into the accumulative zone. 800 के नीचे मेरा stop loss होगा, and this is what my first target, and this is what my second target. But now I need to see it from the number term कि मेरा risk कितना है और मेरा reward कितना है. So here there is one more tool over here. So that goes like let's say long position. So let's say I'm taking the middle point as my entry point, considering the buying at a lower side. So let's say this is what middle point is my entry point. This is what my stop loss. So you have the 5 to 6% risk in this particular stock. And on the higher side, the very first reactions that you are having the upside potential of 10%. And if prices moves above this particular point, then your upside potential is 70%, but we take it up to this particular point. So then it calculates me. This is what my 6% risk is there. And on the high side, my 11 to 12% reward is there. Risk reward ratio. So 1.86. It means that by taking the 1 rupee risk, I'm having the profit potential of 1.86. Right? So believe me, means let's say it is our third R is going on. Means yesterday we discussed about the two things, and today we are this is a one R that has gone into it. We have looked at a couple of the examples, but here we haven't used any kind of exotic things. The very basic thing that what the technical chart says means you are looking at the flavor of the market by looking at the Tijori Finance or by looking at the intraday screener website. We are just trying to find the momentum, means where the actually the momentum is there with the very basic principle. Three aspects that we have already, three or four aspects just we have discussed. One is the intensity of the fall, one is the trend line, horizontal line, and a role reversal. So with this much only, we are able to plan our trade. So more we practice on this, then the things will get a little bit clear, a little bit better how the things is happening. So this is what our charting work, right? Yesterday we were discussing about some of the things, pre-charting, charting, and post-charting. Post-charting is also required where you reflect on your analysis, where you do some sorts of introspection, you do some sort of ideation. Means this particular data point that I'm creating, it has come out of the ideation, how I can analyze the market as a one group, how I understand the momentum of the market. So then this particular data is a help of, means this insight has come from the little bit of ideation, what I can do and how the prices can help me, means what kind of data can help me to analyze the market in a better way. So yes, means once you do the some sorts of analysis, and if you journaling the thing, okay, fine, this is what development and that happened in a very brief points, then it will help you a lot to groom over the period of time. Okay, fine, this is what the developments that we are seeing. Whatever the analysis happened, how it has panned out, whether the things has turned out right, whether the things has not turned out right. So we have a little bit brief history on those things. So it is analyzing the market is just a single part, but analyzing our own analysis also plays a very important role. We call it as a PVR model: preview, view, and review. So whatever the things that you are reviewing, take a review of those things, so that help us to understand where we are mistaking, what kind of the patches that we are catching up, missing some sorts of a thing. So yes, these are the things that we are looking at, right? So that was a vertical and horizontal approach that we have looked at. Then trend line, horizontal line, support band, resistance band that we have talked about. Now let's have an eye on the trend part. So I think this is what the next point that we are going to open up. But before we get to the next point, that is the trend part. Any query, any questions, whatever things that we have discussed so far. Okay, can I take one or two stocks from your side? One or two stocks, not more than that, because otherwise we will have the less time for the trend. So we can do some sorts of a real-time analysis on your stock as well. Any stock in your mind to discuss about?
Angel one.
Which one?
Angel one.
Angel one. Okay. Fine. There are list of the name has come in, so I am able to see the Angel one is the one stock, and yes, then there is some sorts of a Kolpa. So two stocks that we are going to discuss. Maybe sorry for others to may not be able to discuss all the stocks, but let's say Angel one. Capital market, now it is in a flavor of the things. It is in capital market, right? Means Angel one, it belongs to the capital market. If one is unaware that in which segment it belongs, we can go to the NSE website and let's say understand and what the Angel is doing right now. So this is what Angel, and stockbroking and allied. So it is a financial services, capital market. So industry wise, it is a capital market, right? Industry wise, it is a capital market. So here I can analyze the, let's say, Angel One moving in a certain way, who is outperforming, who is underperforming, how the Angel is doing vis-a-vis to other stocks. I can understand this thing with the help of this particular charts. So we have seen that, okay, we need to look at capital market stock. Capital market, right? So this much stocks are there into the capital market across all the category. Means large cap to mid cap. If I have to take account, this is, I think, 19 stocks are there, which is a part of a capital market. So you can see that BSE, SDFC, Name, Angel One, Anand Rathi, all the stocks are there. So here I can understand, means here, as the formulas has been embedded, I may not be able to do the ascending and descending order, but then it gives me the performance sense. Okay, find how the Angel has did. So it was up by 4%, but by the same time, Angel being a more specific, it is a stock broking company, right? So here in a basic industry, if I have to match Apple versus Apple, then let me look at in the stock broking companies, okay, how the other companies did and how the Angel is doing. So this is what the entire list of stock broking companies that I got. 360, Angel, ISEC, Motilal Oswal, Nuvama, IFL and Share India. So here I understand ICICI Securities not doing that much well. 360 is the one which is doing quite well. Angel is the leading the pack because the rest of the stocks like Motilal Oswal, Nuvama, uh, IIFL, SAC, and Sphere India, they're doing fine. But yes, Angel is a kind of the top performing stocks, just next best to the 360. So price performance, I can just broadly sense Angel within its own pack doing fine. Let's look at the chart. So this is what an Angel One is all about. Facing some sorts of selling pressure right now. So first of all, analysis goes with my higher time frame chart. So sorry, who has asked this Angel broking? Can you name out? I was not able to get your name.
Kapil, Nishant here.
Nishant. Okay, fine. So here, are we able to see a one development over here? So let's say this is what my kind of a role reversal, not exactly, but a little bit headline gap. My rations, which was there in a 1,800 long back, and this is what my stock prices retested. Let me have a check on the retracements. Okay, first time means prices has a wide fall over here, so it was like a 50% fall. Next time, another one more fall happened. So normally I'm a fan of the declining momentums to measure the falls because many of the times it gives me the kind of good clarity. Not always, but many of the times. Yes. So Nishant, here are you able to read something? There is some sorts of overlap between the price. It was a role reversal level. So that is the first thing. Secondly, last time it has fallen down by 49%. This time almost similar one, 47, 48% kind of the fall has happened. But we never know that whether this particular time the fall is continue to go down or it is going to halt. Prices, now the next best candle, you have started to see some sorts of green color candle. So it has started to show some sorts of a positive development. Or at least you can say that after taking the support, prices has broken this particular resistance level. So that has broken out, prices have started to move up. So this is all the historical thing. But history plays a very important role to understand the overall texture of the market. If I can play more with the lines over here, okay, trend line has not panned out that much well. So it has moved below the trend line, but the horizontal line played its role. Horizontal line took the support level over here. So that is the first thing. Now coming to the weekly chart, okay, fine. Prices has been doing well in its category. It come to its in a higher side, facing some sorts of resistance right now. So let's say this week, prices has faced a mild kind of the resistance over here. So whatever the previous resistance was there, it has hit this level. And this week it is it was just 2 days. In 2 days, the stock price is up down by 7%. Overall trend is positive. Prices are coming down. But as the prices are coming down, where is my next best support level? So my first support level was over here, my role reversal level, support and support. But at the support level, I didn't find any respect to the price. Prices has continued to come down. So where is my next best support level? So here I can understand that this is what my next best support level. And earlier cases, I was saying that I always try to put the two supports and the two resistance level. So my one support level got breached. 3,200 has got breached. Right now the prices are at 3,154. So what do you say? Do I need to wait for some time to correct it more? Ideally, yes. As the prices are coming down, let it come down further. Okay, this is what my fall that I'm able to see up to this particular point. That can be a fall potential. Let me see, because this is the point from where the actual upside momentum has happened. Is there any kind of a rhythm that I'm able to see? So let's say last time fall happened over here, and this was like a 18% kind of the fall was there. This time fall happened, it was like a 22%. Not that much rhythm that I'm able to see. If I don't find the repeated numbers, better to ignore. But then this is what my first immediate support level is there. So ideally, I should wait for this particular stock. Overall trend is positive. A little bit pain is there. Market is also correcting. Then 3090 is what my potential support level I see. If this particular level get breaches, then what? Then these are the levels. Now here I can plan myself. These are the support level. These are the support levels. The trade will happen once I find some sorts of a respect over that. Okay, at this support level comes and there is some sort of positive development is happening. Prices are able to breach the immediate resistance point. Then I'm going to buy it. At the 3090, prices continue to come down. Prices are forming the red color candle. So then it doesn't make a sense. At the okay, fine. Let me put it through the quiz perspective. At a support level, whose presence ideally has to be there? Buyers or sellers? What do you say? At the support level, ideally whose presence has to be there? Buyer का होना चाहिए कि seller का होना चाहिए? Right? Buyer का support में presence होना चाहिए. If genuinely there is a presence of buyer, then ideally which color of the candle should be formed? Green or red? Ideally, green color has to be formed. So this is what the thing that we have to wait for. Whenever we are at the support level, wait for green color candle to form. Because it genuinely shows that, okay, fine, this is what the green means. There is a presence of buyer. If price comes at a 3090 level, this is what my pre-drawn support level. But I don't find any kind of the green color candle, then this is what the not a good support level. We can little bit segregate the support level. Support level as a glass support and the strong support. Glass support and the strong support. To whom I consider as my glass support. Glass supports are the stocks where I don't find much buying pressure, or they are under the downward trend, and so there in that case support doesn't have that much value. But Angel One, it is another positive trend. Then I find 3091 or 2970 is the what potential levels are. My one side of the equation. The other side of the equation, I need to wait for some sort of positive development to get into it. So this is what the two things that I normally look for. So yes, Nishan. So ideally, looking at the stock, looking at the peers and stock sector performance, things are fine. A little bit intermediate correction is there. These are two support level. We need to wait for some sort of positive development to happen. You may play around with the lines as well over here. So let's say this is what your bottom, this is what your another trend line. So never know this trend line is going to play a role or no. So this main trend line also plays support, this horizontal line also plays support. But any case, we have in any way we have to wait for some positive development to happen. Okay. Another stock to consider, one stock that another stock that I can cover is a Colpal. Colpal was from, I think, yes, Lalit. Colpal stock. In which segment Colpal belongs? Very loose question. Very easy question for all of us. Colpal belongs to which sector? Consumer discretionary. Consumer discretionary is still a very wide domain actually. In the consumer discretionary, you have lots of things. You want to see the list in the consumer discretionary? Sorry, I'm not able to see your name. I think your name is coming from the mobile Poco. In a consumer discretion, lots of other things comes in, but to the specific, it is an FMCG or consumer goods stocks. Now, any idea that how the FMCG at this particular they are doing? If not having the idea, check the data. In consumer, this is what a consumer goods means. Let's say 30 days data, consumer goods. Here it means if you click on the horizontal line, it will show you the name of this particular thing. We have talked about the beverage stock, right? I think GM breweries that we have talked about. Now, within the consumer goods, if you see in the past 30 days, which are the top performing stock? Are you able to get some pulse? Which are the top performing stocks? The stocks only which are into the green side. We have talked about GM Beverages, which is what an alcohol company, right? And are you able to see the consumer durable consumer goods? Only the stocks which are on the greener side. Isn't it alcohol stocks again? VBL is a kind of the soft drinks side, but still beverage, United Spirit, UBL, Redico. These are the only stocks which has entered the positive side. So it gives you the pulse. Okay, fine. FMCG stocks, rest of the categories are not doing well, but alcohol stocks are doing well. Of course, means 31st December is on the card, right? So just to interconnect the things, but your Colpal has not performed that much well either on the 30 days scale, on the 7 days scale. Also, it is on the lower pack only. Consumer goods 2% down on the daily chart. Again, it is forming the part at the lower side. Consumer means not that much bad today, but still it is moving on the lower side. So your consumer stocks hasn't means your Colpal hasn't did that much great. Now let's say Colpal on the chart, how it looks like. It has been the performer for a one time ago. So let's say if I look at the monthly chart, so it has been under the positive trend. Let me play around with the lines. This is what my high and from where the degree has slope has changed. So let's say this is what my role reversal level. So these were rations. This particular channel was there. My earlier channel is getting formed in this particular way as well. So I'm finding the very beautiful channel. The prices has gave the breakout and it is coming to retest. Many of the times your retest is very much possible. Your resistance line may act as a support, but still there is a gap between the current market price and the slope of the trend line. And as this particular point, prices are still correcting. On the weekly chart, prices gave the upside momentum, didn't sustain, and it come down. On the daily chart, if you see, prices gave the upside momentum, where your upside momentum halted. So this is what the point where the mild upside momentum has halted. And if you see this particular point, again, you find some sorts of mild reactions happened at this point earlier. Here also the mild reactions point or some sorts of a pause happened for some days over here. And this is the point from where the reaction happened. So prices come down. And in fact, today again, the stock price had given the breakdown. So this is what my trend line support, it got breached. If I just try to plan out this particular thing as well, so this is what my falling trend line that has also breached. So for me, it is actually the fresh development to look at a short side. On the higher time frame, there is a still room on the declining side. Uh, there was a support level, means this particular point that has been picked up, it was a support level earlier. So when it was that particular point, to our H clients, we were talking about this particular point. That can be a little bit cool off in the upside moment, downside momentum happens. So this particular declining momentum has stopped at the very good level actually. So my last time turning point was this one, right? This was my turning point, and in the same band, prices has come and it has picked up the momentum on the high side. But what happened after the rise? Prices stuck at my resistance level, and further fresh breakdown is happening. So then it gives me the sense. If I'm a short-term trader, क्या आज के दिन का मैं stop loss लेके I can look forward for the shorter side on the lower side of for this particular band or maybe lower than that. So this is what my view on the Polpal. Okay. So I wanted to pick up your stocks as well. It is not so that I'm picking my just handpick examples and discussing about the things, but this is what my overall analysis on the Angel and the Polpal. Let's come to the last topic, that is what the trend part. If we are aware about the two of the basic things, then many of the things are sorted. But the thing is that we have to streamline our thought. We have to understand our personality, what kind of the trader that we are, right? I am quite failure in a very short term trading because I don't possess the very fast decision making skill. But as far as my swing and positional trades are there, I am good at that particular thing, right? Okay. Trend. At this particular point, we have talked about the support and resistance, and normally we perceive that, okay, at a support level, ideally we should look forward for the buy opportunity. At a resistance level, we ideally look forward for the short opportunity. But it is not the same. At every support level, you can't be a buyer. At every resistance level, you can't be a seller. So here, the understanding of the broader market textures plays a very important role. Now, you just give me the example. Let's say FMCG stocks only. Your consumer good, or let's say like a Colpal or Dabur or Marico and this kind of the stocks, they are at a support level. And your beverages stocks or alcohol stocks are at a support level. Which stock you are going to prefer? Ideally, we know that okay, fine, support level है, support level पे हमें buy करना है. At a support level, we have to look forward for the buy opportunity. Now, both the stock is at a support level. Your, let's say, Colpal is at a support level, and then your GM Breweries is at a support level. Which stock ideally need to be preferred? Both are at a support level, right? So yes, may I know your name? Means it comes on your mobile now, Poco X6 Reserve. Okay, fine. So ideally, we should prefer the alcohol stock actually. Because now why we need to choose the alcohol, because there is a little bit backward integrations. Okay, this is what the strong Amir or Amir hota jayega. So strong will become a more stronger actually, and this is what the basic principle of the momentum. So we are chasing the momentum behind the stronger one. Yes, alcohol stocks are doing well, but it is not so that okay, I am buying at every high. I have waited for some sorts of retracement on the GM beverage, and then I am trying to take a trade in that particular thing, right? So that's why understanding the texture of the market plays a very, very important role. Without understanding the texture of the market, if you are drawing the horizontal line, trend line, identifying the support and resistance, it is of the half value. Because you don't know that okay, whether this particular support level is likely to work or not. You will not able to discriminate it. Okay, whether this is a glass support or whether this is a strong support. That's why understanding the texture of the market is very important. How you understand this texture? Again, it is not that much lengthy process. By having the consistent eye or some sorts of a reference to this particular data, which particular sectors are moving, which particular sectors are not moving, higher time frame charts, how the higher time frame charts are behaving. So these particular two things gives us a good insight how the prices are moving in. Right now, trend. With the help of the trend, we are also able to understand that which particular support levels to look at and which particular support levels not to look at. Ideally, what the trend is all about. So I can use some sorts of a simple analogy, and I think it is on Newton's first law of inertia. So what it says that okay, the mass will gain the velocity as far as force is intact, and it is not you're facing any sorts of an obstacle. So your velocity will be intact. So in the context of the market, mass is nothing but a stock. Force is the money flow, whether the stock flow is getting into the money or whether the flow is getting out of the money. And based on that, you will find the velocity. If the stronger flow happens, price will move up like anything. If the stronger outflow happens, price will fall down like anything. So this is what the basic about the trend. In the trend, once the trend is in motion, price will continue in that directions. So in our technical analysis, there is one saying, trend is your friend until it's bent at the end. Like a tongue twister, trend is your friend till the end unless it bends. So once the price is in a motion, price will continue in that direction. So let's say we have seen the major bottom of the market at 7,500 during the COVID time, and then afterwards we are seeing right now market is at a does the 26,200, 300 level also. Right now we are at a 24,300 level. So in the entire journey, there are lots of zigzag momentum keeps on happening. So trend is a period in which price moves in irregular but persistent directions. So one is a trend and one is a swings. So trend is a positive. Let's say in this particular case is that the stock price is 100 rupees and it has went up to the 140 rupees. So price has improved by 40% from 100 to 140. So there is a strong upside momentum that we have seen. But within that, there are lots of zigzag happen. Price went to 100 to 110, then came down to 105, 120, 115, so forth and so forth. So this is what my broader trend where the prices has moved from 100 to 114. But between that, there are swings. The impulse move, corrective move, impulse, corrective, impulse, corrective. Now, to whom we call as an impulse? The swing which favors the overall trend, this is what a swing, and this moves which goes against the trend, that is what a corrective. Yeah, to avoid the confusion, we can say that upswing and downswing. But there is a reason behind using the impulse move and corrective move. So this is what the simple definition of the impulse and corrective. A swing which favors the trend is called as an impulse, and the one which goes against the trend, it is a corrective. Now, impulse and corrective, it is not a kind of a dictionary meaning. Every up move you will call it as an impulse, and every downward move you will call it as a corrective. You need to look at the broader trend. If the move is supporting to the broader trend, it is an impulse. If the move is going against the broader trend, that is what the corrective, right? This is what this is what the trend part that we are normally looking at. Okay, now let me ask you. Okay, let's say this is what the trend in front of you. What is the nature of a DE move? Is this my impulse move or is this my corrective move? What do you say? Do you want me to repeat my question? This is the trend in front of you. I am asking, what is the nature of a DE? Is this my corrective move or is this my impulse move? Annadurai? No, it's not. Your answer is not right. Yes, Lakshmi? Yes. This is the corrective move. DE is the corrective move. Now, let's say another way. What is my broader trend? Is my trend is rising or falling? Is my trend rising or falling? This is falling, right? It is falling. It was 200 rupees and all the way it has come down to 150 rupees. So my trend is falling. Within my falling trend, DE, it is something which goes against my main trend. So the things which goes against my broader trend, it is what a corrective move. So here AB is my impulse move, CD is my impulse move, EF is my impulse move, but BC, DE, FG is what my corrective move is all about, right? So DE is your corrective move. Why we need to give the such kind of the complex nomenclature? Okay, what is the purpose to understand? Means what is the utility of understanding these all things? Okay, impulse move and corrective move. It has the great utility when you are understanding the support and resistance, when you will look at the Fibonacci, when you will look at the candle pattern, when you will be looking at an RSI. This all things is incomplete if you don't understand the impulse moves and corrective move. You will going to definitely misinterpret this all things. If you're looking at an RSI without understanding this thing, it is in half utility. If you looking at the candlesticks patterns without the understanding of this, it is of no value actually. Now, why we are saying that? Okay, because when your trend is positive, your support level will be a more effective and your resistance levels will be a less effective. discriminate. As my trend is positive, my support levels are strong and my resistance levels are weak. This is why there is a positive trend, because at every time your resistance levels keeps on breaching. That's why the positive momentum unfolds. Your support levels are not get breaching, so that is a sign of the positive trend. On the other side, when there is a negative trend is there, your support level will keep on breaching. So if you find that, okay, fine, this is what my stock, I am having the support level over here, I become a buyer on in this particular stock, definitely there is a good chance that we will get a stop out. Now, let's say, for example, the stock sectors which is under, that's why I'm saying that okay, understanding the texture of the market is very much important. Automobile stock, or let's say Maruti, is under performance right now. It is not having the good time from the seasonality perspective, from the sector perspective, price momentum. It is not having the good time. But here I understand, okay, fine, Maruti is at a good support level. Maruti may have the good support level around this particular point, because this is what my range that I'm able to see, right? This is what my support level. This is what my rule reversal level as well. My rations is there. So can you tell me that if price falls down over here, can we look at the buy opportunity? If price falls down to this particular point, can we look forward for the buy opportunity? Yes or no? It is ideal to look at buy. Technically, you understand that, okay, fine, this is support level, this is a role reversal level. But support and rations is a very, in a isolation, you can't see it. Now, let's say if you're buying, this is what a support level. If you're buying, what happened? Price went up and it got stuck at your rations level. Again, the prices are coming down. Have you seen some sorts of a strong positive momentum unfolding from this particular level? Means यहाँ से support level लेके when the prices moved up, there is not that much strong upside momentum happened. So as my texture of the market, auto sector is not favoring, energy stocks are not favoring, oil and gas stocks are not favoring. So the support level has a very little utility over there. Whereas on the other side, let's say my IT, construction, consumer durables, some sorts of financial services, they are performing one. So over there, I will be having a little bit more attention that, okay, fine, these are the good support level. So my point to say is that you can't give the same treatment to the support rations across all the chart. We have to apply some sorts of a discretion if this particular sector supports are weak, or in particular sectors rations are stiff. Means let's say if a Maruti is at a rations level, I will look forward for a short opportunity rather than buying at a support level. So again, I am reiterating the things. Understanding the texture of the market plays a very important role. So ideally, for in my way, I will not look at the buy opportunity for the Maruti at this particular point, even though it is in support level, even though it is in a rule reversal level. If my trend was positive, if my seasonality was favorable, I would have looked at it. But it is not the case. So unnecessarily, if this particular if this particular support level get breaches, then there is no wonder actually. Because in my weak trend, in your negative trend, or when your sector is weak, your stock is weak, your supports will be less effective. Your rations will be more effective. Getting my point, Gopinath? Right? Yes. Now, change in trend. I think last topic of the day, change in trend. When I understand this is what my positive trend and this is what my negative trend. But when there is a change in a trend happens, so there is a certain kind of sequence keeps on happening. Because of that, I can keep on saying that this is what my negative trend or this is what my positive trend. And what that previous sequence is that, okay, every time prices are forming the lower high, lower low. So let's say my earlier high was 100 rupees, then 90 rupees. Then my prices has went up. It come to 95, but it was not able to move above my previous high. Prices has fallen down and it has fallen down to the 80 rupees. It is moving lower than my previous low. So I call it as a lower high and lower low sequence, lower high and lower low sequence. As far as my lower high and lower low sequence are intact, I am a negative in that particular trend. But once my prices have started to pick up and this particular sequence has started to get a breach. This time my high got in a higher high, My low was higher than my previous high, and because of that, I understand that there is a positive momentum is changing. So this particular area, I can say that there is a change in a trend is happening. My lower high and low low sequence is getting breached, and my higher high and higher low sequence is getting started. Same way in other way around, there is a positive trend, upside, downside, upside, downside. But in this sequence, you will see that every time prices are forming the higher high, every time prices are forming the higher low. But once your that sequence gets disturbed, you go to declining momentum. So such kind of declining momentum you have already earlier witnessed as well. But prices has picked up the momentum. It failed to move above my previous high. It came down and prices has moved below my previous low. So once that particular sequence starts to happen, so this is what my negative trend has started in. So this is what the change in the trend that we are able to see. Now, let's say if I take the example on the higher time frame, some of the stocks that I surrounded my radar. So let's say, for example, Castrol. I see that there is some sorts of a structural change on the higher time frame is happening. So let's say this is what my monthly chart, right? This is what my monthly chart is all about. I can go in this particular way. If this is what my price long back since 2008, prices went up, it came down, it went up, it came down. So this is what my positive trend remained intact. I was under the positive trend. Prices has fallen down, but this fall is not happening for the first time. Earlier also I have seen such kind of a fall, but again the prices has went up and then it has started to come down. Now here I see that there is a change in a trend is happening. There is a change in a trend is happening, right? And once the change in a trend happen, then you continuously see that there is a lower high, lower low sequence, lower high, lower low sequence, lower high, lower low sequence, lower high, lower low sequence kept on happening. So it remained in the negative trend for a very good period of time. Now again, what is happening? Prices is moving up, it is coming down, prices are starting to move up. Now this is the sign where my trend is getting changed, because now my low is not deeper as like earlier, and my high is getting higher than my previous high, right? Now here you can see that there is change in trend. Your low, your high, your low and your high, your low level over there. And now the prices are starting to pick up the momentum. Okay. Now looking at this real chart, can you tell me that okay, what is the nature of this particular fall? Gopinath, all other participants, what is the nature of this particular stock? What is the nature of this particular fall? Is this my corrective move or is this my impulse move? On the real chart, I just wanted to have your chat. I expect the answer from you. Any doubt, any query, you can let me know. Nice, Ranajit. So this is what my corrective move. Why I can say that this is what my corrective move? Because my underlying trend remained a positive. This is I am having means I am into the positive trend now. Within the positive trend, prices has corrected. Correction in the price is nothing but the discount sell. This is just a discount sell. And then the prices have started to pick up the model. So I am joining the impulse move now. So this way we normally look at. Right. Now, yes, Lalit says that which time frame we need to use to identify. Ideally, a higher time frame to lower time frame, then time frame we need to shift. Lalit. If I have to give the perfect picture, Lalit, this is what the sequence that we need to look at. On a monthly chart, there has to be a kind of a positive trend, or means there is a very strong established positive trend. There is a corrective move happens. Let that corrective move come at some sort of a support level on the weekly chart. And once on the daily chart, if I find that there is some sort of a breakout is happening, prices are starting to pick up the momentum, then this is what the good picture that we see. Yeah, you are already into the overall positive trend. There is a corrective declining momentum happen. So you're not chasing the price momentum at each and every point. You are waiting for some sorts of retracement to come in. So prices are at a support level. But just to confirm the support level, prices are getting into the action. You wait कि daily chart पे कुछ आपका breakout देखने मिल जाए, then it is joining the positive trend then. So this is what the ideal sequence that we need to follow, right? Yes. So I leave a last 10 minutes for the Q&A sessions. And I request, there is a link that I have shared. I think Sunil has also shared the link with you about the feedback of the sessions. Your feedback will help us to improvise ourselves. So please take a 2 minutes more time to give your feedbacks as well. And any queries, questions from your side, do let me know. With the two things, support and resistance and trend and the texture of the market, we can able to understand a lot of things, right? No exotic things that I have used so far, but without this all exhausting thing, we are still able to view and form the views and form the trades. Yes, I am open for the questions. If you have any questions, do let me know. क्वेश्चन सिर्फ दो ही केस में नहीं होते हैं, या तो फिर मैंने अच्छा पढ़ाया है या तो फिर बहुत खराब पढ़ाया हुआ है और किसी को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया हुआ है. देयर कैन बी द टू पॉसिबिलिटीज ओनली. Yes. If no questions, then we call it a day. We end the session.
Sir, एक question है, where I can get sector performance?
Sorry?
Where I can get sector performance?
I think
How
audio
can I
issues.
how can I view sector performance? Which
Can you
side
type?
which
Can you
side
type
I can get sector performance?
sector performance? Okay, fine.
Ah,
So your question is that okay, which site you can use for the sector performance? So
Yeah.
there is a two website. I again share the link with you all. You can bookmark it. The one is the intraday screener. What is the utility of the intraday screener? You will get the sector performance of the main indices, which is created by NSE. So you will get the performance over there, sector performance. And secondly, in the Tijori Finance, what happens is that you can get the sector performance of the niche sectors. So if you are at an initial stage, I refer to follow this particular site to understand the trend. If you are having the understanding about the market already, then and you are looking at the small cap and mid caps and small micro cap ideas, then this particular website helps you a lot. So this both the link I have shared. Right? Yes, Ritesh says that what is the time frame to use for a 1 to 2 days? 1 to 2 days trading. So basically, let's say here my positional trading goes in this particular way, and where I see a monthly chart, weekly chart, and daily chart. But when your time horizon is quite shorter one, I can say that it will be a daily chart, 15-minute charts, and a 5-minute charts. You can replace in that particular way. Daily, daily chart, or let's say if you are having the 1 or 2 days kind of thing, then daily charts, 60-minute charts, and 15-minute charts. When your time horizon is less, but you need to look at the 3 time frames at least. Okay? Any further questions? Fine, then with this note, I end my session. Thank you so much for your patience. You have been there for the 4 hour with me. And any kind of the feedback, any kind of the queries after the sessions, if you face, I'm available on my mail and contact number. Already it is in the Darwin. So feel free to approach me. Lakshmi says that is it possible to arrange more sessions like this? Yes, means if the HR is fine at their end, so of course we can have the further sessions as well. Thank you so much, Devang. Hope I have justified the sessions to the new participants as well, those who are fresher in the market. So I have kept my sessions little bit basic to intermediate rather than getting the advanced. And frankly saying, even I don't know about the advanced things. It is all about understanding the basics very well. Thank you so much, Ritesh. Thank you so much, all the participants. So, formally signing off and stay in touch.
Thank you, Kapil. Thank you so much for such an interesting session. I believe all the audience have enjoyed and learned something new. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Devang, we will share. I have already shared, means you can get the link from the chat as well. Email, okay, I can individually send you the mail. Fine, it is doable. Recording will be also sent. Recording will be also shared. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.